to all up-and-coming artists, all independent artists. They got all the labels, all the majors, the Def Jams, the Interscopes, the Atlantics, the Sonys, the whoever, Empire. You know, you got the rappers with their labels. You got all these labels knocking at your door. You gotta be careful, and you gotta make sure that you know what you're doing, especially if you don't have no lawyers. Okay, this for all the artists that sign a deal without a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? They coming to you with some paper. You know, they present it right. You may be starstruck. You know what I'm saying? By a label, a brand, or artist. So yeah, you may not be starstruck by your Gotti, but you would love to be a part of CMG, to be upon all these artists, all these superstars. You know what I'm saying? You might not care for 1017, but you'll love to be signed under Gucci. So he'll get you. He pull up, you know, he take you on an airplane, a jet. That's not an airplane, a jet. And, you know, pop a couple of bottles, Ace of Spade. You know what I'm saying? Ace of Spade, pop a couple of bottles, have about 5 bottles. You know, pull out 100,000, 150,000. Or it could be the big thing, like it could be Def Jam, where you go to the big office and they present it to you in a big way. Big check, you know what I'm saying? $1 million, $2 million. You got all these people, but you gotta understand, you ain't got no lawyer, so the number one thing you want to pay attention to and look for, you shouldn't really worry about the upfront money. Yeah, if you ain't really getting money, so meaning you ain't really slinging that shit like you saying, you ain't really having no motion, you ain't really got no trades or no trucks or no real estate, no nothing that's really generating no money before the rap. You want to pay attention to not what they're giving you, so don't really focus on 2 million, a million, 700,000. Don't look at each G and be like, I need the 700,000, 500,000, 400. Nah, because with that, it can easily, 9 times out of 10, come with a low percentage. And you don't want that. What you need to worry about is the percentage. It's all about the percentage. Because as an artist, you shouldn't count show money as making money as an artist. Nah, see, a real artist wouldn't do that. A real artist would count album sales, not show money. You know what I'm saying? But you don't understand what I'm saying. So, but the rappers and everybody, they understand what I'm saying. So let me give you an example. You can sign a Atlantic, right? Columbia or whoever. And yeah, they'll give you 2 million. You got a song, a couple songs, they buzzing. Say you Big Homie G, you buzzing. You got the South on lock. You know what I'm saying? Sony, they come at you. They got 2 million. You like, hey, 2 million, 5 albums. Ooh. But the only problem, they only want to give you 10% or 15%. So, with 15%, 5 albums, you got 2 million, which is 2 million. Ooh, you up there, you lit. But, here come the red. Here come the IRS. Like, this all your red, okay? You 2 million in the hole with the IRS, with the label. You know what I'm saying? So, with the IRS, you could easily pay. You don't really got no good CPA. The label, they don't give you a CPA, but they working in their favor, so you still might pay 1.2 million, a million flat. You know what I'm saying? You may have some write-offs, $1 million flat. Okay, so you owe that. Then you owe the label the whole 2 million, right? You got 5 albums you gotta do and complete. And some of these albums, they gonna count. When you dropping, they gonna count them as mixtapes. If they feel like it ain't mainstream enough, you could drop a hard album. You know, put the production together, you spend all this money, and they say, it's too street. That's a mixtape. That ain't no album. You know what I'm saying? You about 4 albums in or 3 albums, and they, slow balling you. They dragging your foot. Nah, that's a mixtape. That's an EP. They ain't no album. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. You can go in the red with the music videos. You know what I'm saying? You shooting all these videos, and then you sign to a major Atlantic Interscope. They want you shooting big videos. Hype Williams. They want the baby videos. They don't want no small, cheap videos. Even though that'll work the same, just like the baby, cause your image. Now you taking advance. Show money, you ain't getting them about 20,000, 30,000. They getting your merch. They getting your website. They getting YouTube, Spotify. They getting all that, movies, all that. They getting the cut. Your manager, your partners, restaurants, designer, jewelry, cars. And then, the worst part, you only gonna sell about 30,000, 50,000, 100,000. So you sell 100,000. What's that? At 15%, what's that? 15,000. You sell 30,000 copies, like a lot of artists do. You may sell 10,000 your first week, 5,000 next, 7,000 next. It could go like that. You sell about 40,000 when it's all done, 50,000, 30,000. You only made about 4,500. You only get 15%. You know what I'm saying? You sell 1 million records, 150,000. And you gotta sell 1 million records. They made 900,000 off the whole album. M's. But you only made 100,000, 150,000. You still in the red. You still in the red, man. You gotta understand, like, with the show money, yeah, you getting 30,000, 45,000, 35,000 a show, but you getting sued, designer. You spending 700,000 in designer. Your partners, jewelry. You got about 2 million in jewelry, cars that you don't need. So if you're an artist that's still gonna sign that deal because you need that opportunity, cash money, they want you now. You know what I'm saying? Birdman coming, he calling you, but he got 15%. You got 10%. That's what you do. You gotta build a brand. You gotta build a brand. You gotta build a bread game under a CMG, a big corporation. You gotta build a heavy count. You gotta build a paper route under a Def Jam. That way, you got artists, and pretty much you can do the same thing they did to them, just in a better way, a more understanding way. That way, these artists, if you got a big homie G, a Finesse 2 times, I'm just throwing names, a Lil Migo, a Big 30, you got an East G, and you money bag, they will pay all your bills for Gotti and the IRS and some more things. And now your money is all your money. But it only worked for the chosen ones. And you gotta stick around, you gotta hang in there, you gotta last. That's what you gotta do. You can't spend your first couple of years, you shouldn't spend no money on no foreigns. Drive American cars and only get cars that's 6,000 pounds or more. You need to be riding in vans and Suburbans, maybe a bulletproof Escalade or something. That's it. You don't need no Lamb or nothing like that right now. You need to be stacking about 4 million, 5 million, a couple of M's. Then you can buy something, because really you're going to need the jewelry more than the car, because they ain't going to really see the car, they're going to see the jewelry. So, just stack. Don't be spending so much on clothes. Wear Supreme. Don't be spending 10,000 on the fit, 5,000. Nah. Spend something like 500 for a shirt, 350, 200, $80, 100. That's your price range. $500 for some pants, maybe a stack. You know what I'm saying? You can get all the designer belts and shoes. They ain't, you know what I'm saying, $1,500, that's small stuff. But $5 grand on one fit? Nah. Only on award shows and Rock Nation parties and little get-togethers like that. Not to say you're gonna be at no Rock Nation party, but you know, little nice events. But on some kicking it, just cooling it, you don't need nothing but the belt and a Supreme shirt, stuff like that. Sometimes you can do the Gucci and stuff like that because you can get them for $500, but you spending a couple of racks on a shirt, you ain't got to do that all the time. Like, nah, not until you start stacking. You got about 4 M's, you got a couple of M's. I'm telling you, man, because you're gonna be in the hole a lot because you're not gonna sell no records. So it's a must that you network. You gotta network and drop a lot of mixtapes so you can stay doing shows, and that feature price, you keep going up. You keep going up. Understand? Now, you could have signed that deal, but when you messed up at, because you wanted the M's, you trying to be like East G, you trying to be like Drake, you trying to be like these artists, they got a big chunk up front, right? Oh, let me add this. Now, it don't matter if you sign a 10%, 15%. Now, if you can sell like Drake and Eminem, it don't matter. You'll make the money. So if you can sell 10 million records, 5 million records, you done made $1 million at 10%. You done made $1 million. That 10%, 15%, you done made, you know, a couple of M's, 1.5. You know what I'm saying? So if you sell on a lot of records, and if you sell on a lot of records like that, you're getting 500,000 a show, 400. So that's different. Now, all right, we done with that. But you messed up. You should have weighed your options. Because Atlantic, that's a big machine. Cash Money, Rock Nation, Interscope, right? But you could have went to 4PF for no money, for 10,000, 15,000, a zero. But Lil Baby would have gave you 50%. He would have gave you 45%. He would have gave you 45. If you his partner, maybe 60. Maybe 60, yeah. You ain't got no big bag up front. I'm telling you. And then you got more control. Could have went to CMG, and now you got more control. You could have went to Bread Game. You could have signed with Black Circle with Money Man. Yeah. But since Money Man not gonna give you 500,000 or 700,000, nah. He give you about 15, 20. He gonna give you 35%. He gonna give you 40%. So when you sell 100,000, 50,000, you still gonna eat. And you gonna still get about 10,000, 15,000 a show. It just depends on how you work. How you build your work up, your work ethic and all that does. How you drop songs, how the people receive them and turn them up. You gotta invest in your music. You gotta, invest into that future. Invest into that future. Don't wait on no Money Man. Or you sign a TSF. Don't wait on Sauce. Nah. Stack your money. You still slanging the Zai. Yeah, stack you about 50,000. Call Kodak. Reach out. You never know. Kodak can see you and respect your hustle. Man, I got a 50 ball, man. Wait till he come to your city. That's how you get good deals. You wait till they come to your city. You know what I'm saying? They already picking up a bag. So if Kodak charged 100,000 for a verse, and he in your city, he could have been gambling. He could have lost a 60 ball gambling, a 40 ball. He could have lost that. And you tell him, hey man, I need a hook or about 6 bars. I got 50,000. He take it. And you better not tell nobody I'm charging you 50,000. And he take it. That's how you get them, bro. You could do that under Lil Baby. You could do that. It could be even cheaper or free. You never know. It just depends. But yeah, man, like you can shoot cheaper videos. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to spend no 500,000 or 200,000. You can spend 10,000. You can shoot it yourself. Yeah, or whatever. However you can save $1. With the big label, they're like, nah, we ain't gonna put that out. You can get out your contract way faster with Lil Baby or Moneybag. They understand. They ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? With the big label, they like, nah, we'll take it to court. We'll take it to court. Nah, you gotta fight this, you want out of this, you gotta prove to the judge, you gotta prove to us, all that stuff. And you're gonna spend all this money in the process. And we're not gonna push you like we used to if you drop an album. Nah. We're gonna do just enough. Just enough. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be real careful, man. You gotta ask these artists, don't ask them how much, no, what's the percentage? You know what I'm saying? The royalties and all that stuff. I'm telling you, you make these labels all this money, these CEOs, these rappers all this money. You already can't. You sign to a rapper, they don't want you outshining them. And you sign a bad deal. I'm telling you, man. And with another pro signing with Yo Gotti or Lil Baby, I'm just saying, like a label like that, Yo Gotti will let you stack $1 million, a couple of M's, maybe 1.5 before he start taking his cut. A major ain't gonna do that. Atlantic ain't gonna do that. Interscope, they ain't gonna do that. Empire, they ain't gonna do that. Yo Gotti or Lil Baby or Gucci, I'm talking about labels like that, or Sauce Walker, or Money Man, Black Circle, Money Man, yeah, they will let you stack your money up. I'm talking about a M or better, at least $500K before they start taking their cut, because they know how it is. They don't want you to go through everything that they went through. That's the pro assigning to another rapper versus a big major. But it's cons that come with that. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be cool with not outshining the master. You got to play your role. Especially if you sign into your guy. If you sign into Kodak Black, you just got to play your position. Once Kodak get out of that, I don't got to be on stage all the time, then you can outshine the master. This is why Yo Gotti don't have no problem with Moneybag, a youngster, or anybody on the label. Gorilla, he ain't tripping. These artists are bigger than Yo Gotti, and he ain't tripping. Cause the bank account saying take a picture, click, click, take a picture, click, click, check me out, you don't know what I'm doing, yeah. I'm telling you, yeah, that's what Yo Gotti bank account saying, bitch. Yeah. So you just gotta be smart about everything that you're doing. You need to get somebody that can, you can call somebody and they'll talk to you. Like, man, I got this deal on the table, man. It could be a blogger. It could be whoever know what they're talking about that you feel. It could be your partner. Hey, man, I got this situation. It's this. What you think? And yeah, you take it, you listen. You know what I'm saying? Process it. You can run with it. Well, you ain't got to. It's all on you. But I'm telling you, it hurt when everybody think that you got the bag and you really hurting. Living show to show, check to check, album to album, advance to advance. How you get a little bit of money talking about flipping pounds and lean and pills and bricks and all that stuff, because they getting fast money. And yeah, you feel like I can just put up 50,000, 100,000, let them do what they do. I can eat from that way too. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really no risk. They can't flip on me, but they solid. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's just a lot, man, to come with everything. You got to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes a bad deal is the only way you're going to get your shot and eventually go to your own thing, like a paper route, or you can be happy under a label like Empire, or another rapper like CMG. You can be a Moneybag. Build the whole empire under another empire. Now that's power. That's black excellence right there, man. I understand, man. And everybody, you don't know who the boss. You don't know who the leader. You look at CMG, you look at Bird Game, who the leader? Like, who gonna pay the bill? Everybody ready to pay the tab. Everybody ready to, you know what I'm saying? So, That's what it look like on the outside. And I don't know how it is on the inside. They don't even like each other. Like this side of CMG don't like this side. This part of 1017 don't like this part of 1017. But they all 1017. You see what I'm saying? It be like that, man. Then you got to think about another pro sounding to an artist. Besides, you know, the bad stuff. Say you signed a TSL for a Black Circle or 4PF. You signed for no money or 10,000 or 20,000. You in the hole with the IRS, 20,000. With the label, 20,000. You can jug that out the trap and make that back. You can jug that out the trap with some pounds. Sauce Walker only gave you 60,000. All right, you owe the IRS 60,000. I mean, 40% of that, or 30%, whatever. Whatever state, I don't know how different it be with that small amount right there. But you pay your taxes on that. You pay your taxes back. I mean, you pay the 60K back to Sauce Walker. You can get that with Zai, selling Zai. That's it. That's it. And run it up. And your show money. You already got that. And yeah. It'll be hard, man. It just depends on how you play it, man. Like, but sometimes a big deal, that look, is gonna take you up out of there. And you ain't gotta do it as long as the guy who signed the 4PF, and he took that route. Yours will be like that, especially if it worked. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about patience. You ain't got no patience, then you gonna take the money, which that's cool, but it's just a lot, you know, like Biggie say, more money, more problems. So more money you get for your deal up front, more problems are gonna come at the end. Look at the Migos. It's so many artists, but that's one y'all should know, everybody should know. Lil Wayne was upset, a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying, they was upset at the end. In the beginning, in the middle, it's all good, you ain't paying attention. But one day, you're gonna pick up the contract or something, you're gonna read it, and then you're gonna understand. By then, you in too deep. It's too late. So hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that share button, man. Leave a comment, man. Subscribe to my new channel, Wicked Stories, man. And they took my IG, man. My IG down, man. I should be getting it back tomorrow or a couple of days. If not, I'll start another one, man. But yeah, man, so any promo they paid is coming, man. They took my IG down, so everything gonna hold, man. I ain't finesse shit. I'm coming with it as soon as I come back. As soon as they get back, I'll let you know what happened. I'll shoot you a DM. But yeah, besides all that, go.